Hello, this is Mr. Mental Health. Now, you're watching this today because you believe that you may have anxiety or you're going through anxiety at the moment, and perhaps you want a bit more information about these things. You want to find out, should I be going to see my doctor? The symptoms that I'm going through at the moment, should I be worried? Are these things normal? GAD, your generalised anxiety disorder, or anxiety in general, does need to be diagnosed by your psychologist or your GP. So what I want to do today is give you 10 signs, 10 symptoms that will give you a very good idea that you're probably suffering from this. I mean, unfortunately, 1 in 3 humans are suffering from this, from mild to severe. And that I'm not a qualified doctor, but I have been suffering from anxiety and other panic disorders that have been diagnosed for over 20 years now. So I'm hoping that I can help in some way here to help you understand a few things and just give you some general ideas of if you're getting these 10 symptoms or signs of it through your body and through your lifestyle, that it's something that you do have anxiety, that you've been diagnosed, and yes, people do understand, or okay, I'm getting these symptoms, so I'm going to go see my doctor. Fantastic, and we wish you in a merry way that we're going to hopefully get you better. Now, generally with GAD or anxiety, one of the most common side effects that people experience is feeling in your heart. So this can be your heart racing very fast. It can be sort of a skipping feeling, like it's just not beating correctly, or you can actually get pain around your heart or upper chest area, which a lot of people feel that, wow, I'm having a heart attack. And if you do get these feelings, you should certainly call a medical professional as soon as possible, because you don't know what it is when it comes to heart pain or chest pain. But in this video, when it comes to anxiety, it certainly does give you a feeling of pain, of sometimes stabbing, sort of a sharp feeling, sometimes a dull feeling, just very similar feelings to a heart attack, but it's not. But yeah, this is probably your main sort of symptom that you're looking at is your heart. Now, as far as I'm aware, I believe it's more of adrenaline. Your body's suffering from anxiety for whatever particular reason on this day. So what happens is, obviously, you get that adrenaline and your heart starts pumping really fast. Another symptom that you could be experiencing is hot and cold flushes. So you could be feeling at a cool temperature, but your palms are feeling very sweaty. Your feet could be feeling sweaty. You may not be a person that perspires and sweats a lot, but you're noticing, you're feeling sweaty under your armpits, and it's not a hot day. It's, there's no reason to be sweating at the time. This is just another symptom that your body is experiencing anxiety at the time. Another symptom that is very common, which comes into anxiety, panic attacks, things like this, a feeling of fear cannot always be narrowed down to one thing. It could be several things, like you may be feeling just scared to leave your bedroom. You may be scared to leave the house. You may be having a fear, is someone going to knock on my door? When your phone rings, who is it? And if I answer it, is it going to be some bad news? It's a negative feeling that you may not understand why you have it, but it's just a feeling of fear. There's other examples where it could be fear of there's something that you need to do today or next week that's a little bit troubling or a little bit difficult to do, and most people who don't suffer from anxiety will stress about it a little bit, or they'll think about it. It gives them a little bit of worry, but when you are diagnosed and have bad GAD, you're really going to stress about the smallest things, to give you the point where you could have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. It's just fear of the smallest things. When you really think about it, having fear of the specific thing that you're worried about, it's really not something that you do need to be fearful of. It's just the anxiety taking over. And I think that's something that we all need to remind ourselves, is this once I commit to answering the telephone, or once I commit to going out of the home and doing the thing I need to do, 99.9% of the time, once you've completed that task, you'll feel a sense of massive relief, which is very strange in the human world, but we've got ourselves so uptight and so anxious about this particular thing. And then once it was completed, you get this massive relief. And it's crazy, because all we've done is given ourselves such anxiety. We've made ourselves sick over a small topic. And once you've completed it, you've done it. And what a lot of people do is avoid things. So you avoid picking up the telephone, or you avoid doing a simple task. But my best advice is to push through, because once you have done it, you are going to get this relief. You're going to complete that thing that you needed to do, and you're going to feel so much better. Another symptom is shaking. Now, this can be either just in your hands. You might just feel that you're getting a trembling feeling in your hands. You can get it, unfortunately, through your whole body sometimes. I think this is another way of your body dealing with anxiety, going into an adrenaline mode. So your body starts to shake, your blood pressure is going up, and again, this will relate with your heart beating, things like that. And all of these things are quite scary, but unfortunately very normal when you're dealing with anxiety attacks, panic attacks. These are things where simple breathing exercises, which a lot of people even just hate hearing, because I'll start breathing and it'll get better. But if you do the breathing exercises, you'll see this in other videos, it will calm your heart down, because it's a medical fact. And once your heart rate calms down, your breathing will calm down, the shaking will stop, things like that. It can be improved, because obviously that's the shaking, the tremoring is a horrible feeling. Another one is overthinking to the point where you may not be able to sleep, where you struggle really hard through the day just to get through day by day, from when you wake up until you fall asleep, and then you struggle to fall asleep because you're just overthinking all the time. And what you're doing is you're overthinking about topics in life, and just day-to-day things that you really don't need to think that much about. It is a small stress. We all have small stresses in life, but when you're dealing with it, when you've got anxiety, or when you have a disorder very similar to this, is that you will overthink over and over about one particular thing, or two or three particular things, and all that's going to do is going to give you all the other symptoms to produce an anxiety attack or give you anxiety. And unfortunately, yes, one of them is with the overthinking is going to sleep. You're going to find it really difficult to fall asleep, because you're going to lay there and you're just going to be really distracted about thinking about what happened that day, or what's going to happen tomorrow, next week. You're going to really overthink, and it's going to really mess with your sleeping patterns. And then when you have a bad sleep, unfortunately, that can affect anxiety the next day as well. So again, in other videos, we need to delve into how to get a better sleep, how to turn your brain off at night time, because we're just hurting ourselves when we really don't need to. Okay, and another symptom is jaw clenching, or grinding your teeth while you're sleeping. Unfortunately, sometimes you won't even know that you've got anxiety. It's happening through your head at the time. You'll just start getting pain around your jaw, around your mouth region. I think this is when your body's putting itself through a state of fear or a state of preparation, part of the anxiety. So you'll be clenching your jaw really tight, and you'll feel the pain. I'll be getting into other videos about things like that and how to home remedy that. But it's another very well known symptom. But nothing's wrong with your throat, nothing's wrong with your jaw. It is a natural thing for anxiety. And as I just said before, obviously around the jaw, but also around the throat region. So you may feel a lump in your throat. You may feel that your throat is getting tight, finding it difficult to swallow food, swallow just even liquid. But it's something that really scares you, because when it comes to breathing, choking, obviously stuff like that, again, it's another video that I'll be getting into, which can be helped at home. But I mean, obviously always go see your doctor if you have any fears of any physical things that you're feeling. But this is just another anxiety symptom. You're going to feel that you can't swallow, that you can't breathe. You can. I'll teach you how in other videos. But it is another classic symptom, just so you're aware. And dizziness and feeling faint. So if you're feeling faint or really, really dizzy, make sure you're not driving a vehicle. Obviously, you don't want to faint. If you feel that you're going to, make sure you sit down. Just do your breathing exercises. Perhaps you're not getting enough oxygen at the time. Again, because you're having anxiety, an anxiety attack. So you're going to start feeling very, very dizzy and very faint. It's a horrible feeling. But again, we can get onto that. I have to say that I'm only here to recommend things and give advice, and that's going to be in other videos. But there is a lot of things that I do with my experience of having it for 20 years, and there's things I'm still learning, but I can certainly help people going through this ease what you're going through to make it more bearable than suffering really badly on a daily basis, because it's just horrible. But please always see a professional medical practitioner to assess you, and they will give you obviously the best advice and what you need to do. But just somebody that does experience it, I do want to help as much as I can with what I do and what I've gone through and what I do now to help myself, which will hopefully help you. I do want to just sincerely thank everybody that subscribes to me. If you don't like the content, if it doesn't relate to you, all you need to do in the future is just unsubscribe. But no, I do really appreciate it. Watch videos that are coming up in the future. I'm going to delve into other mental health issues, other things that will help with anxiety, other things, just branching out that getting into those specific topics about specific symptoms and what to do and what's going to help you the best, instead of you having a major panic attack and running off to the emergency room, when we can calm you at home. So no, I do appreciate that. It makes me feel like you're supporting me, and this is all I'm doing, is I'm doing these videos because I want to support people going through these things and just to help out as much as I can. So I think that's it for today. But I hope I wish you all the best, and I look forward to the next video, and we can be discussing the next topic.